Most people waste years doing exercises that destroy their joints while building minimal muscle. I'm talking about heavy barbell lifts that look impressive but leave you with chronic shoulder pain, knee problems, and a back that aches every morning. Here's the truth: with just 5 exercises, you can build more muscle than weights and stop destroying your joints in the process. No gym membership required. No loading your spine with heavy barbells. Just 5 movements that create more tension on your muscles with less stress on your joints. Skip these and you're setting yourself up for muscle loss, joint damage, and chronic pain as you age. But master them and you'll build more muscle at 50 than most people do at 30 while keeping your joints healthy. These aren't trendy exercises that'll be forgotten next year. They're proven movements that have built impressive physiques for decades because they actually work without the joint destruction. Let's start with the king of upper body exercises. Most people think pull-ups are just another back exercise. They're wrong. A proper pull-up is the single best muscle builder for your entire upper body. Your lats, upper back, rear delts, biceps, forearms, and even your core have to work together to move your body weight through space. This isn't just about looking good. It's about building the kind of functional strength that actually matters in daily life, while packing on real muscle mass. Here's what makes pull-ups so powerful for muscle growth. They're a vertical pulling movement that loads your muscles through their full range of motion without any compressive force on your spine. Compare that to a lat pull-down machine or a heavy bent-over barbell row. With barbell rows, you're loading your spine in a bent-over position, which creates massive compression on your lower back discs. With lat pull-downs, you're limited by how much weight you can pull, and the fixed path removes stabilizer activation. Pull-ups force every muscle to work maximally, while your spine stays neutral and decompressed. Research shows that people who can do 10 or more pull-ups have significantly more muscle mass in their upper body compared to those who only use machines. That's not a coincidence. Pull-ups create incredible tension on your muscles without grinding your joints. They also improve bone density in your arms and shoulders through natural loading patterns, which becomes increasingly important after 40 when bone loss accelerates. Your grip strength will skyrocket, which is directly correlated with longevity and overall health. Studies show grip strength is one of the best predictors of how well you'll age. To build up to pull-ups, start with dead hangs. Just hang from the bar with straight arms for as long as possible. This builds your grip and gets your shoulders used to supporting your body weight. Once you can hang for 30 to 60 seconds, progress to negative pull-ups. Jump up to the top position with your chin over the bar, then lower yourself down as slowly as possible. Take 5 seconds to descend. Do 3 to 5 negatives per set, and within weeks, you'll be doing your first real pull-up. Once you can do 8 to 10 clean pull-ups, add weight with a dip belt or weighted vest. This progressive overload is what builds serious muscle. The key is maintaining strict form no matter what variation you're doing. No kipping or swinging. Pull your chest to the bar, pause at the top, then lower with control. Even if you can only do 1 good pull-up right now, that's your starting point. Add 1 more rep every week or 2, and you'll be amazed at your progress and the muscle you build. Now let's talk about an exercise that builds more chest muscle than bench pressing without destroying your shoulders. Deficit push-ups using parallettes or push-up handles. If there's one exercise that determines how much chest, shoulder, and tricep muscle you can build safely, it's this one. Think about it. Regular push-ups are great, but they're limited by range of motion. Your chest can only go so low before it hits the ground. But deficit push-ups using handles or parallettes let you drop your chest several inches below your hands, creating a massive stretch on your pecs. Studies show that training muscles in a lengthened position, that deep stretch at the bottom, produces significantly more muscle growth than training in shortened positions. Some research shows 50 to 100% more growth from emphasizing the stretched portion of exercises. That sounds extreme, but it's backed by multiple studies. Your chest, shoulders, and triceps are getting stretched under tension at the bottom of a deficit push-up in a way that flat push-ups or even bench press can't match. The moment you can do 20 regular push-ups easily is the moment you should switch to deficit push-ups to keep building muscle. But deficit push-ups do more than just build muscle. They maintain shoulder health by allowing your shoulder blades to move naturally through their full range of motion. When you bench press with heavy weight, your shoulder blades are pinned against the bench, which restricts their natural movement. This leads to impingement, rotator cuff problems, and chronic shoulder pain. With deficit push-ups, your scapulars can move freely, which keeps your shoulders healthy while you build muscle. You're also building tremendous core stability, since you have to keep your entire body rigid while moving through a huge range of motion. Here's how to do them properly. Place push-up handles, parallettes, or even a pair of dumbbells on the ground slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Get into a push-up position with your hands on the handles. Keep your body in a straight line from head to heels. Now lower yourself slowly, letting your chest drop several inches below your hands. Feel that massive stretch across your chest. Pause for a second at the bottom, then push back up explosively. If you struggle with regular push-ups still, do these on your knees or elevate the handles on a bench. The goal is 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Once you can do 15 clean reps, add a weighted vest or put a plate on your back. Focus on that deep stretch at the bottom and controlled movement throughout. Each rep should take about 3 seconds down and 2 seconds up. This time under tension is what builds muscle, especially combined with that lengthened position. The third exercise might surprise you because most people do it wrong. Box step-ups with a high deficit. Most people think step-ups are just a cardio exercise or something for elderly people. They're wrong. High box step-ups are one of the best muscle builders for your entire lower body without any spine compression. Your quads, glutes, hamstrings, and calves have to work maximally to lift your body weight onto a high platform. This creates incredible muscle tension without loading your spine like squats and deadlifts do. Here's why high box step-ups are superior for muscle building after 40. When you do heavy back squats or deadlifts, you're loading several hundred pounds directly onto your spine. That compression accumulates over time, leading to disc problems, nerve impingement, and chronic back pain. With box step-ups, your spine stays neutral and unloaded while your legs do all the work. You're moving your body weight through a massive range of motion, which creates plenty of stimulus for muscle growth without the joint destruction. Research shows that single-leg exercises like step-ups activate your glutes and quads just as much or more than bilateral exercises like squats, but with significantly less spinal loading. That's exactly what you want after 40, maximum muscle building with minimum joint stress. Step-ups also fix muscle imbalances between your legs since each leg has to work independently. Plus, they improve balance, coordination, and single-leg strength, which are critical for preventing falls and maintaining independence as you age. The key is using a box height that brings your thigh to parallel or slightly below when your foot is on top. This ensures you're working through a full range of motion. If your box is too low, you're not getting enough muscle activation. Too high and your form breaks down. For most people, that's a box that's 18 to 24 inches high. Start lower if needed and work up. Here's the technique. Stand facing your box. Place one foot fully on top of the box. Now drive through that heel to step up, bringing your other foot up to meet it. Stand fully on top of the box, squeezing your glute at the top. Then step back down with control. That's 1 rep. Do all your reps on one leg before switching sides. Start with 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps per leg. Once body weight becomes easy, hold dumbbells at your sides or wear a weighted vest. The progressive overload is what keeps building muscle. Focus on driving through your heel, not your toes, and keep your chest up throughout the movement. Your knee should track over your toes, not caving inward. This proper form ensures maximum muscle activation while protecting your joints. Now let's get to something that builds serious back thickness without destroying your lower back. The inverted row, also called the Australian pull-up. These are pulling movements and they're critical for building muscle in your entire back, rear delts, and biceps while improving your posture. Think about how much pushing most people do. Bench press, push-ups, overhead press. Now think about how much pulling they do. Not nearly enough, right? This imbalance leads to rounded shoulders, poor posture, and chronic shoulder pain. Inverted rows fix this by strengthening your entire posterior chain and pulling your shoulders back into proper alignment. They work all the muscles between your shoulder blades, your lats, your traps, and your rear delts. This comprehensive back development is what creates that thick, muscular look from behind while also protecting your shoulders from injury. If you've tried bent over barbell rows, you know they absolutely destroy your lower back. You're bent over holding heavy weight, which creates massive compression and shear forces on your spine. One wrong move and you're laid up with back pain for weeks. Inverted rows eliminate this problem completely. You're pulling your body weight while lying horizontally, which means zero compression on your spine. You get all the muscle building benefits of rowing without any of the joint destruction. Here's how to set them up. Find a sturdy table, a Smith machine bar set at waist height, or use suspension straps like TRX. Lie underneath the bar and grab it with both hands slightly wider than shoulder width. Your body should form a straight line from head to heels with only your heels on the ground. Now pull your chest up to the bar, squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top. Hold for a second, then lower back down with control. That's 1 rep. The beauty of inverted rows is their scalability. If pulling to a waist-height bar is too hard, raise the bar higher to make it easier. As you get stronger, lower the bar to increase difficulty. Eventually, you'll be rowing from a bar that's just a few inches off the ground, which is incredibly challenging. Once you can do 15 clean reps at that height, elevate your feet on a box or add a weighted vest for progression. Do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, focusing on pulling your elbows back and squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top. Don't let your hips sag. Keep your entire body rigid like a plank while you pull. This core engagement is part of what makes inverted rows so effective for total body muscle building. Your back, arms, and core are all working maximally without grinding your joints. Before we get to the 5th exercise, I want to mention something that ties all of this together. If you're over 40 and dealing with daily aches, stiffness, or feeling like your body isn't cooperating anymore, I put together a guide called Reboot Your Body. It's a complete system that shows you exactly how to rebuild strength and mobility from the ground up without destroying your joints. It includes a 30-day plan, quick morning routines to unlock stiff joints, and specific fixes for back, neck, hip, and knee pain. You can check it out in the description below if you want a step-by-step roadmap to building muscle while feeling better in your own body. All right, the 5th and final exercise is one that people love to hate, but it builds incredible upper body muscle. Dips. I know dips have a reputation for being hard on shoulders, but that's only if you do them wrong. Done properly with the right progression, dips are one of the absolute best exercises for building your chest, shoulders, and triceps without the joint stress of heavy pressing. A dip works your entire upper body. You're pressing your body weight through a massive range of motion, which creates incredible tension on your muscles. That's 1 rep, and it hits every major pushing muscle, while also training your core stability. Studies show that bodyweight exercises like dips are some of the most effective ways to build muscle, especially in the triceps. Research comparing dips to close grip bench press found similar or greater tricep activation with dips, but with better shoulder health outcomes. They're tough, but they work. They also train something that most exercises ignore, the ability to press your body weight through a full range of motion without external loading on your spine. This matters more than you think for maintaining independence and strength as you age. If full bar dips feel like too much right now, start with bench dips. Sit on the edge of a bench with your hands gripping the edge beside your hips. Slide your butt off the bench and lower yourself down by bending your elbows to 90 degrees. Then press back up. This builds your base strength. Once you can do 15 to 20 bench dips easily, progress to bar dips using a dip station or parallel bars. The key to keeping dips shoulder safe is not going too deep too soon, and keeping your shoulders pulled down and back, not shrugged up. Lower yourself until your upper arms are about parallel to the ground, then press back up. Don't drop all the way down until your shoulders have adapted to the movement. Over time, as your strength and mobility improve, you can go deeper for more range of motion and muscle growth. Start with 3 sets of as many reps as you can do with good form. If you can only do 3 or 4, that's fine. Add 1 rep per week. Once you can do 12 to 15 clean dips, add weight with a dip belt or weighted vest. This progressive overload is what continues building muscle. Your recovery time between sets will get shorter, your form will get cleaner, and movements that once felt impossible will become routine. The muscle you build on your chest, shoulders, and triceps from weighted dips is impressive and functional. So there you have it, 5 bodyweight exercises that build more muscle than weights without destroying your joints. Pull-ups for complete upper body development and back width. Deficit push-ups for chest, shoulder, and tricep mass with shoulder safety. High box step-ups for complete lower body muscle without spine compression. Inverted rows for back thickness and posterior strength. Dips for pressing power and upper body mass. You don't need a gym full of equipment. You don't need to load your spine with heavy barbells. You just need consistency and progressive overload. Do these exercises 2 to 3 times per week. Focus on adding reps or weight gradually over time, and you'll build muscle that lasts while keeping your joints healthy. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, just simple, effective movements that work. Start with the progressions that match your current strength level. Master the basics before adding weight, and watch your body transform over the next 6 months into something stronger, more muscular, and pain-free. This is how you build muscle after 40 without paying for it with chronic joint pain later.